Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
The Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
So sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine.
Welcome back, cluckheads. You're listening to Whiskey and Wine with Rooster and the Madman.
Episode 14, baby.
14. Wow, it's
Yeah, we're getting there.
every episode. I just don't. It's
I'm waiting every week to see.
I get a little bit more confused. I'm like, we're still doing this.
We're still good.
Cool.
All right.
I like it.
Then we can do that.
So you know who we are. You know what we do. Talking about the Constitution,
Current events, common sense, morals.
Yeah,
they're in there.
Yeah, somewhere.
I think they're in the back.
Usually in the back when we get a little
Sometimes
bit more,
they're
a little more animated through when the liquor's almost done.
Sometimes they're out using the restroom.
Mad Hen's laughing at that one on us, like, oh yeah, that might be true.
Mad Hen just raised her hand. She's like, yeah, I think I'll take care of the morals part. So, you know what we do, and we have two different alcohols that we have not tried before. We decided to bring in a little Scotch.
It's not Scottish, it's crap.
It's Scotch. So, the bottom end one.
That's what your mother said, Alex.
I'll take the penis mightier, Alex. That's the pen is mightier, Mr. Connery. The first one we have here is called McCormick Imported Scotch Blended Scotch Whiskey. It is aged a whopping 3 years.
Sweet. Bring me the fresh wine. No more of this old stuff.
Now, it is 40%, so it's 80 proof.
Yeah.
And it's so authentic Scotch, it's actually distilled in Weston, Missouri.
Wait a minute. But it says McCormick, which is clearly Scottish, and it says
Missouri.
Imported. So does that mean imported to Texas?
I don't know, but what I will know is, listen to this.
It is SeaWorld safe.
It is SeaWorld
Fun for the family.
safe. It's recyclable.
I love it.
But now, here's what I noticed, and I didn't notice it until the Mad Hen pointed it out. You know, whenever we got the SeaWorld friendly, the cask friendly, or the carry friendly Kentucky Deluxe?
Absolutely. I remember that vividly.
It was
Haunts me to this day.
It was 750 milliliters.
Yeah.
Now, this bottle was $8, and it is a full liter.
Nice. I like it.
So whenever I say that we're doing the bottom end, I think the Mad Hen might have found the bottom of the barrel of the bottom end.
But is it worse tasting than Kentucky Deluxe?
There's
the
no
only way
telling.
to really
So
know.
here we go. Since I always open the bad one, let's
open it
check it
up.
out. But they've not always been bad.
No.
Here we
We've
go.
did twice now. It's one. Oh, yeah, it's the nice pop
That's
of
the nice pop.
SeaWorld friendly,
Now,
family friendly liquor.
Now, all of these that have had this have had that little spill proof thing on the inside. Do we think that it's going to have it?
I do.
It doesn't.
Oh, so yeah, they couldn't even afford the extra 10 cents per bottle to put that bad boy in there.
All right, about to do the Biden sniff test here. Oh, dear God. Oh, that just cleared my sinuses. Oh,
well, it's allergy season, so I mean, that's probably good, right?
Nothing like some McCormick blended Scotch and some Zyrtec.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh.
It's very medicinal.
I'm not going to lie to you. It smells like pure gasoline. Okay, so here
stings the nostrils.
Stings the nostrils. Or as we say on this show, it's prickly on the insides. All right, so here comes the pour.
Hey, not too much, man. Cause,
I'm just taking it up to that first line in the solo cup.
A solo cup, not fine whiskey shots or anything like that, or scotch.
This literally looks like my urine after I have coffee in the morning. That's what this looks like.
I believe this one was for you, ladies. Second there. Just because I'm trying to avoid the Scottish version of Kentucky Deluxe.
Okay, so...
of course, my Scottish sounds like a leprechaun.
We're not...
Oh, dude, the smell doesn't get better when you actually put it in a cup.
Is it worse?
It's, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my God.
If this was Anchorman, there'd be that one chick in the background saying it smells like...
Smells like Bigfoot's cluck. My God. Okay, Matt Hen, I've got to ask.
It does make your eyes water, though.
Did they have this out on the shelf at all? How did you find this? It was in the back. You had to ask for the bottom of this barrel in the back.
All right, well.
Okay.
It's so bad that you ask for what's the worst liquor you got, and they're like, well, hold on, we got to go to the special room for that one. But you know what?
I bet they have their very own Overlord dungeon.
They have their own Overlord dungeon. I wonder if he's got, like, Dungeon A and Dungeon B.
Hey, John Kerry, reach past that steel reserve and give me that McCormick.
Ooh, this has got that fancy foil little, thing you gotta fall off. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. I'm trying to drink it again. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
Every show.
So, Glenlivet, fine Scottish whiskey. It's Glenlivet, aged 14 years. The bottle is beautiful.
That's a real beautiful wrapper on it.
Cuddles. I mean, look at the little medallion they put right there on the glass.
Look at this one down here too.
That's dope, man.
Is this one of the ones that they did in the special barrels? Did they do that one?
Yeah, so it's the cognac or cognac if you
cognac
if you're not familiar with it. Cognac cask selection. I don't know if I mentioned they've been around since 1824. It's also an 80-40.
Did it say how long this one's been around?
But it is only 375 milliliters. We're not getting a full liter.
We don't get a full
for
liter
$8. This is 375 milliliters for around $28. So it's a lot smaller.
It's a lot smaller
and prettier.
It's got a really
nice... The label's great. Aged 14 years. So see if you guys can hear it.
That's glass.
That's glass.
That is not SeaWorld friendly.
No, it is not SeaWorld friendly. But yeah, it's great stuff, and it's actually imported. It doesn't look like they're making it here.
It's actually imported from Scotland.
And it's single malt. It's not a blend like the McCormick. It's a single malt, which is very important because that means it's out of one barrel. So they're not taking, when they do blended, they take a couple different barrels and they just kind of all mix it together. Like, hey, you know what? It's trash can punch of the Scotch world.
Yeah. So is it 4082 or what is it?
Oh no, it's 4080.
Gotcha.
I think, isn't it? Yeah, 4080. So but it's got this great little foil cap seal that's on there that you kind of have to peel off. So that's kind of fancy. It stays intact. Let's see what we got here. Open it up. Oh wait, it's a real cork.
It is a real cork.
Look at that. Ooh, we can smell the cork. So this is the first time we've been able, I think, to do that one. We'll smell the bottle, though.
Do the Biden sniff test. The Biden sniff test here.
I like it when kids sit in my... I'm just kidding. Corn Pop was a bad dude. And Corn Pop...
Oh, that smells good.
It actually smells smooth.
You know what this smells like? And I know that nobody else would probably be able to relate to this, but my dad used to always smoke really, really nice pipe tobacco.
Cool.
This smells like somebody smoking a really nice cigar, or like
the grains they're using are obviously going to be a little bit above what we smelled out of the McCormick here.
Absolutely.
So let's give it the color is a beautiful amber too, unlike the dehydrated morning color of the other one. So let's get a little pour going here.
I just pour up to this line right there.
I got it.
I can't trust you anymore.
What?
Because you always mess up.
One here. Wow, that's already killed half that bottle. All right. So I promise I won't drink until you tell me it's time to drink.
All right.
I know I fall for that. Well, I mean, I do
it
every time. I don't fall for it. I just kind of do it every time. So.
I really don't know how you do it every time.
Yeah. So all right.
Now, once again, we had a plethora of topics. Was it a plethora, Hefe? It was a plethora.
Yes, I would say it's a plethora.
It was a plethora of topics that were sent to us this week. So once again, we just chose some of the ones that were...
kind of go with the most blatant right there. So the first one we saw was...
Hold on, let me get this timer. Sure. Actually, before we do that...
You want to take a drink first?
I want to let's get some plastic solo cups with these clinkage going on here. With
it's really hard not to get these confused because of the color and the smell.
All right. That is awful.
It just sucks, man.
Okay, you know what? Topic one, you get to start it. I'm going to try to to do something to get this memory out of my mouth before I take another sip.
It
and
burns.
go.
So, City Hall meeting with Biden in Cincinnati. So he was out there. We're not going to cover the whole City Hall. So we're just going to kind of talk a little bit about kind of the truthful stuff, because one of his quotes in there is he said he's going to be the most truthful president and bring truth and trust back to the government.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Well, our first lie was about the D variant. So basically, if you get the vaccine, you can't catch the D variant.
Which, that's not even true with the regular, not even the Delta strain. But
no.
The vaccine, a lot of people confuse a vaccination with an immunization.
Yeah, and it was confusing because later on in there, he did say even if you did get it, you won't suffer from it and you won't really get sick. You'll be asymptomatic. So it's kind of confusing when he's telling the truth on telling the truth. So, yeah, it burns, dude. It's still burning. So the next one is our medical misinformation. So he did, he mentioned he came out at one point. We'll cover this in a little while, where he talked about Facebook killing people. So he did say that it's not
killers.
Facebook. It's only 12 people on Facebook that are killing people.
Wait a second. Only 12 people on Facebook.
Yeah, now that's a lot because there are 2.8 billion users.
2.8. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get the calculator. Let me get this.
Go to it, Rain Man.
So 0.0000429% of the Facebook users are spreading misinformation.
Yeah, we can't even get 1/100% out of that. But, they got to censor us all.
But he verbatim said 12.
Yeah, he said 12.
Okay.
12 people.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
making sure I'm on the right page.
12 people. Yeah, it's great.
I think
now,
McCormick's giving me some dementia.
I will say my hat goes off of this town hall goes to Don Lemon. And typically, I'm not a big CNN guy, but Don Lemon was great through this whole thing. He was the host. And every time Joe went on to one of his little drifting moments of, his corn pop coming up, who's coming up, Don was great to come back in and compliment him and get him back on task and remind him what we're doing.
To me, Don Lemon was like the all-star catcher for the all-star baseball team, because it didn't matter what pitch was thrown.
He was ready.
He was ready to catch it and get it right back to the pitcher.
That guy was on fire, man. He should go work for the White House.
He was actually probably the MVP of the town hall.
He could probably keep him from saying a lot of bad stuff. The next one that comes up is, and you'll love this one, more people in the U.S. have died from COVID than all U.S. wars combined.
That is a blatant lie. I love world history, and I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie.
Yeah, so there were 608,000 is roughly, and I rounded up, of where we're at with COVID deaths on the CDC website.
Okay, so even with, if you took out the American Civil War and only included the wars on foreign countries, that still is around 688,000 deaths. Yeah, it's rough,
that's
man.
Bad Scotch.
It's 688,000 deaths. If you included the 620,000 in the Civil War, we're like 1.3 million something.
Yeah,
so no, that is a blatant
It's
lie.
the biggest lie he told on that one. So liar, liar, pants on fire kind of thing on that one. And then we've got the...
But I thought he said that he was bringing the truth back to the White House.
He did, and I know we got a few seconds left. So there was one in there because they allowed Democrats and Republicans to speak, and there was one, and this little girl had the most well-thought, multifaceted question out there, and it was the only one that he was able to answer everything in the order she asked it without drifting off at all. And she struggled even asking the question. It really seemed like maybe she wasn't her question.
I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed like
she was almost like she was placed.
Yeah, dude, it sounded like a plant. So, I mean, it really looked like she was planted in there. And he was, and I mean, how many times did Joe Biden give a speech and not drift off?
Well, that was a fun-filled 4 minutes.
Yeah.
The whole time, I'm not going to lie, the whole time I thought my esophagus was on fire.
Yeah, mine is right now. I took another drink, and
it's already giving me heartburn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Now, we've mentioned this before, that most of the bottom end ones, they give us a little bit of heartburn. This one immediately did.
Oh, my God. This is bad, just like that screeching of the guitars in the studio next to us.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to go into this next topic. I'm ready to get some of the Glenlivet. All right, we're going to take a sip of this Glenlivet. The Glenlivet.
Scottish.
Oh, it just smells so good.
It smells like freedom.
Oh,
wow.
that is.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that smoky on the back end.
Yeah. The other one.
Okay, I kind of mentioned the fact that it smelled like my dad's pipe. So yeah,
it's definitely got that.
So
it's got
I
the
know
flavor.
that we're only starting the second comment on the way in, but I'm going to go ahead and call this. Glenlivet wins.
Yeah, it's already the winner.
It's already the winner, just off the one sip.
Yeah,
so the rest of it's just us punishing ourselves, so that way that you don't have to punish yourself.
It's gonna we're falling
taking it for
on
the team, baby.
It's the Kentucky Deluxe grenade all over again. We're just falling.
I actually think this may be worse than the Kentucky Deluxe.
No, I disagree. Nothing is worse than
Steel Reserve
than Kentucky. Well, Steel Reserve is the worst beer. Yes,
and
all the drinks, Steel Reserve.
It's still the worst. I don't know. This one gave me worse heartburn right off the bat than Kentucky Deluxe.
I don't think that's heartburn. I think it was where it was eating through the esophagus. I'm pretty sure it's paint thinner.
All right. Second topic. Here we go. Timer is started. No, timer's not started. Hold on. Okay. The White House admits censoring. You want to start or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, here we go.
All right, so White House, Facebook, social media, Twitter, the Googleverse, all that neat stuff. So last week, specifically, I believe it was on the 14th. I could be wrong, it could be the 15th, but I think it was 14th. Psaki had admitted, and it was really kind of weird things that just kind of rolled out of her mouth during one of the White House press conferences, that she admitted that the White House is directly censoring social media posts related to misinformation.
Okay, imagine somebody sitting in the back going, hey, starts like shaking their hands.
Yeah, they're
like,
doing
doing
the
shh. Keep that on the down low. Keep it on the TL.
Yeah, so I can only imagine the look, how bug-eyed all the reporters were like, oh my God, they're saying this out loud. They're saying it out loud.
I mean, not like we didn't already know.
Yeah, I mean, we already knew, but they're saying it out loud, which is
admitting it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just something I was like, so they're either so bold or I don't know what's going on. So it was a little confusing. So the next day, just to make sure, a reporter sees Biden on his way out to Marine One, because he's trying to watch his steps so he doesn't fall down or anything like that. And they're like, hey, Mr. President, real quick. What do you have to say about this censoring of Facebook and social media? To Biden's response is, they're killing people, man. Come on.
Corn pop all over again.
Yeah. So obviously, he's come back and retracted it. We talked about the lying thing in the last.
Well, then they tried to retract it the next day during the press.
So the next day, or actually it was later, I think. Psaki, she gets in there and they talking about it. And of course, the White House reporter, this guy, he was pretty cool about it. His question was, exactly how long has the White House been spying on the American people in censoring their social media posts? So she responds with, she refutes that loaded question.
Because that's obviously a loaded question. Well, okay, so this is one of the things that I'm just kind of throwing out there. There was this guy named Ben Franklin.
I've heard of him, yes.
Yeah, he lived a long time ago. But he said those who give up essential liberties to obtain temporary safety deserve neither and will lose both.
Well, I mean, she did say, this is about safety. Is it, is safety more important than censorship, or is censorship more important than safety?
Oh man. Okay. So Rooster, gotta ask. What do you think the founding fathers would say?
Well, I imagine they would have some fun with it, and it would probably go something like this. It'd be, hey Ben, how many rights they gonna need?
Hella rights.
All right, Tommy, write that down.
Hancock. Mirror.
All right, look here, Johnny. When you sign this thing, I need you to show them just how big your freedom stick is. Freedom stick! What?
I mean,
it had to go just like that. I imagine that's exactly
chances
how
are it is. It's kind of like that famous quote, like, stay strapped or get clapped.
Yeah, it was George Washington.
Probably.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I always like Teddy Swooselbelt, even though he wasn't a founding father. I like
obviously.
So
but I mean, any type of censoring technically is a direct violation of the First Amendment rights. But it's sad whenever the administration is flat out admitting it.
Yeah,
they're admitting the fact that they are basically using the power that they have to limit and censor what you can and what you cannot say, whether or not it is your personal opinion or a fact?
Yeah, she also stated right before we run out that if you get banned from one social media, you should be banned from all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
There's our timer. 4 minutes again.
Yeah, it's the truth shall set us free. I'm not real sure, but
the truth shall set you free.
Yeah, I think our founding fathers would not. They'd be enjoying this administration as much as we're enjoying this fine McCormick Scotch.
Not hella. Oh,
it burns us.
Okay, so now we've got to go back to the.
We could do the comparison, man.
Go back to the
comparison.
McCormick.
All right,
I'm going to take a sip of my Glenlivet here.
Glenlivet.
That is just so good. Now to the McCormick.
I have to get my kilt out.
That is absolutely god awful.
Oh.
This tastes like bad decisions in hooker spit.
I think this was filtered through a dirty kilt.
Somebody did not get first prize on their Bonnie Star on this one.
No, this is
prickly on the inside.
It's rough, man. I mean, I wouldn't torture any of the Overlord's people in the dungeon with this thing.
This is bad.
Yeah, it's Kentucky Deluxe bad. Kentucky Deluxe is just a far bit worse. And then Steel Reserve is obviously still the worst thing we've ever had.
I don't know. This is you know what we should do? We should do a McCormick versus Kentucky Deluxe.
Or we could not do that.
You're thinking about yourself. I'm thinking about the people.
Yes, this is about the people. We the people as in we are livers.
Yes. All right. Okay,
yeah,
so we're back on the McCormick for third topic.
Yeah, so the third topic, I think what we're going to do instead is we're just going to do some follow-ups.
Yeah,
on that
I mean,
one.
we had a lot of stuff kind of thrown in.
We got to lighten the mood up a little bit. So the first follow-up we had is, if you guys don't remember, we talked about the Olympics. We don't really have a follow-up for Miss Richardson and her pot use because she took it like
I still support her, though, because she took that like a champ.
Yeah.
She's a
You did wrong. You took it, man.
Even though I think it's a stupid rule.
It is, but it's a rule. But for the Olympics have kicked off, and nobody clucking cares.
Who clucking cares?
Nobody. But, I got to give a shout-out. Number one power team in women's soccer is the U.S. team. These guys are so committed to the righteous woke movement that not only did they kneel down for the national anthem. Now, 3 of them stood, so I give those 3 credit. But not only did the majority of them all kneel down for the national anthem, apparently they have also boycotted all scoring during the Olympics until racism is eradicated in the United States as they see it.
Yeah. But you know who did beat them? The number 5 team from Sweden. Now, I'm sure that y'all remember from the Tournament of Fermentation and from the first 10 episodes. What drink was from Sweden? Svedka vodka.
You know what? I bet you the U.S. team had nothing to drink but Steel Reserve.
And they were all hyped up on Svedka vodka, baby.
So,
you know that's what it is.
That's what happened. It's not fair.
It's not fair. They had the Svedka. The U.S. team had the Steel Reserve.
And I'm going to be so cool about this, about their kneeling. I'm not even going to mention that if you kneel in the national anthem for the U.S. Olympics, that I don't think you should be on the Olympic team. I'm not going to even talk about it.
I wouldn't bring that up.
I'm not going to bring it at all.
I mean, they're living off the tax dollars.
Yeah,
essentially, they're an employee from the United
you're
States.
using tax dollars representing your country. I mean, who are us, the people, to think that people should actually represent their country?
That's
with pride.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah, but I'm not going to bring it up.
Don't bring that up.
I will not bring it up. Definitely not going to bring it up.
Now, the other thing that was a follow-up were the Dems that left the state of Texas.
Did you see the part where they left with the case of Miller Lite?
But they ended up with Corona.
Yeah, they got Corona now, though. Living it up in D.C.
You know what? Most people don't realize it, that Texas actually has a very good Corona care center. What I think they should do, go ahead and come back. We can take them to the Dallas County Jail.
Yeah.
And then we can put them in the COVID ward.
Yeah, come home for treatment. Lou Sterrett's got a great setup for you. I mean, just come on home. It's going to be cool. Just come on home. We're going to take care of.
I mean, surely they're not staying out of the state of Texas for some other legal reason.
No, I mean, it's not like they're going to be arrested or anything when they come back.
No,
I don't know, because the whole dereliction of duty and, busting the quorum and, all that kind of
the second
stuff.
time.
Yeah. Which is funny, because aren't Democrats actually talking about getting rid of the filibuster, too? And this is kind of a form of filibuster that they're doing. So you want to get rid of the filibuster, remove states' rights, at the same time you're using a form of filibuster.
But now, hold on.
To do this.
Now, remember that state right is a part of the 10th Amendment in the Bill of Rights.
Yeah. Well, those first 10, they're guaranteed. Unless, you keep taking swipes.
I know that you can't see this, but I'm air quoting guaranteed.
Guaranteed. So, another thing, while we still have about a minute left, is good old Sleepy Joe still believes in that pullout method. So, with Afghanistan, so kind of a follow-up on that.
He didn't get his STD by getting pregnant.
Did not get his STD, but obviously the Taliban is they're in full force, and they're not worried about spreading that STD.
After we pulled out, literally just about 5 hours ago, we were doing airstrikes because the Afghan army was taking so many losses.
Oh.
Now, depending on who you ask, Taliban have taken over either 1/3 or 80% of the country almost overnight.
Yeah. Well, that's just Biden's plan B, Bill. Don't want to get that STD or get pregnant.
So see, this is a combination of penicillin and Plan B.
Oh, yeah.
So that way that I can not get my STD and still not get pregnant.
That makes
time just went off.
Oh dang, man! That was just getting good. But again, I will not talk about kneeling for the anthem if you're on the U.S. Olympics. Not at all.
I want to talk about Plan B.
So we've already talked about McCormick's the winner, hands down.
I am going to throw something sharp and pointy at you.
That's just
I'm going to call in the
for all you kids not paying attention.
The Mad Hen literally
no, dude,
just
it's bad. There's nothing good about McCormick.
Okay,
there's a reason you get a full liter for $8.
We need to take this to the Overlord's dungeon.
Yeah, and the liquor store doesn't even put it on the shelf. You got to ask for and not just ask for it by name. You just got to say, "Hey, what is the worst liquor you have in this place?" And they go, "We don't have it in the place. We have it more in the back room."
Is that Overlord Dungeon A or Overlord Dungeon B?
I don't know. We're going to talk to him. I didn't realize he
I didn't realize that he was franchising.
He's franchised this thing out.
So does the Overlord Dungeon that has the McCormick in it, does it not come with standard 100% all natural coconut dungeon oil, or does it?
I don't know.
Is it just bite down on the John Kerry poster and we're going?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for all I know, the secondary dungeon could be like Tom and Jerry, how Jerry the mouse had that little cousin from France. This could be like his little the Overlord's got a Scottish cousin. He's got his own dungeon.
Now this will be the first time that no one would have finished.
He's from Missouri.
The bottom end.
Dude, I can't, man. It's eating through the esophagus.
I'm going to do it.
Go ahead.
It's a trap. Scotch. I love Scotch. Scotchy, Scotch, Scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
God.
Yeah. It looks painful. I don't know if you guys heard earlier when we were doing something. I took another drink of the stuff while you were talking, and it wasn't good. Nothing good comes.
Okay, so now, if any of you out there are ever thinking about buying McCormick Scotch, we will provide you with help. We will get you a number to call. We will do anything that we can to prevent you from drinking this.
Yeah, even if we have to punch you in the throat to make you stop. Dude, don't do it. Just don't do it, man.
All right.
Get the Natty Light in the cooler next to the register. Just
no.
Oh.
Go ahead and spend the extra.
Don't do the Natty Light. That's
get a couple extra bucks and just get anything else.
I was testing you guys again.
Once again, our liver sacrificing everything tonight just for you. I'm going to take a sip of this Glenlivet.
Yeah, it's good. It is really good.
That Glenlivet is just so
bad.
good.
So,
all right. Well, we made it through episode 14.
14. It's all good, man. It's been great. Hopefully we get 14 more. Just as fun as these have been. And we'll just kind of keep it going.
And we've got 7 more until the Tournament of Fermentation, round 2.
So that's all I got, man.
I'm still just recuperating.
This is bad.
This has been the first time that we've actually poured the remaining bottom end back into the bottle.
Yeah, that's...
We didn't even do this with the elephant butt wine.
Yeah, but this one is especially bad.
This is so clucky.
So this
bad.
is in that there's 3, and we'll talk about the top when we get to the fermentation. There are 3 that have been the worst drinks we've ever had.
This is up there,
and this is in that top 3. I don't think it's still the top 1, but it is in the top 3.
It'll never be still reserved, but it's in the top 3. God, this is horrible. I don't know. Why did you do this to us? Why do you hate us?
Well, we have so much left. Maybe we could send it to the soccer team and
send it to the soccer team.
Yeah.
Maybe
the Doubler game.
Maybe John Kerry.
Yeah, help the game out. I still don't think people are going to care. Whatever.
All right, you've been listening to episode 14 of Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman. And remember, in a world full of chickens, you're listening to Whiskey and Wine. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman. You can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
Leaves you prickly on the insides.